Right, hello everybody, this is Retro Bear, and we are playing Porsche Challenge on the PS1 in response to Gurnaldinho, who played this for the first time in 10 years. Apologies for a few technical issues on this video. Usually I try and record these at the same time where I'm doing the voiceover. If you saw my Ridge Racer video, you'll know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, due to technical problems, my commentary didn't come out at the time, so I'm having to put the voiceover on afterwards, which is a bit disappointing, but hey ho. This has been played on the PlayStation 1, the original PlayStation 1, and also surprisingly I've not been able to join in with too many of these so far. Apart from the Ridge Racer one, I've not really been able to contribute. So fascinatingly enough, I have had a copy of this game for quite some time. It's a bit of a ratty old copy, I've got to be honest with you. The inlay card is missing, although I have the instructions, so technically the instructions are doubling as the front cover of the game. But yes, I've had this for quite some time. Now, Gurnaldinho has obviously done the series of first playing 10, and obviously other people responding to it. I've actually never played this game before. I've had it so many years, but I've never actually played it. So I'm just going to slightly do something different. I know the whole purpose is to simply go with what's comes on the screen, but I didn't sort of go with that. So rather than pick Dan, and then there's that guy there. I don't like his hat, so I'm not going to pick him. And she will never know why I won't pick her, so I'm not going to bother with that one. I don't like yellow anyway. Some bloke called Marco Bolo. What? And then Takabo, who sounds like a 90s rave artist. So I think what we'll do is we'll just pick Rachel, because she's the most sensible one of the lot of them. I've just altered the driving mode to arcade because I wasn't quite sure what everybody else was using. I think most people have actually used simulation, so I'm just going to use arcade because that's my sort of game. Put my foot going around, go around the corner, just basically blasting it out. But again, reiterate, I've never played this game before, so this is actually the first time I've ever played it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to have two laps. I did do 2 laps. This is the first lap, and what I've done, having memorised the instructions, I've completely forgotten what button changed the camera angle, which I think was it L1? Was it? There we go. And of course, having watched everybody else's videos, a lot of people sort of flew off going around the corner and unable to control it. But using the PlayStation 2 analog DualShock controller on this one, so I couldn't find my PlayStation 1 controller. And I know a lot of people consider about the handling on it, but I think it doesn't handle all that badly. There's a couple of really sort of sharp corners, but even by going off the corner there, you see, and then going around here, you don't lose that much time by doing it. So I don't think it penalises, unless you sort of really sort of fly off and then smack the corner. Whoops, as I just smacked the microphone there with my arm. But yeah, but one thing that sort of struck me as game was what a fascinatingly fun little racer it was. I'd never sort of considered it, never sort of heard much about this game in the past, or seen much footage of it, or I was very surprised when Gurnaldinho sort of said it was one of his games that he used to love when he first had his PlayStation 1. Even when I had a PlayStation 1, I didn't really sort of think this was a particularly great game. A game that I must have compared to some of the other titles that I was sort of very interested in. So I've already moved up to 4th, which is quite good. I'm not sure if there's a difference in the cars, whether other people have found that, driving around, and whether they handle it differently. I don't think so. I think it's basically a different colour, isn't it? But it moves at a fair old lick. When we talked about the Ridge Racer one, I was still quite surprised how quickly that moved, sort of nearly 25 years later. And I was quite surprised how quickly this one moved as well. In fact, sort of flying off around the first corner, you don't realise just how fast it really does go, and how difficult it is to sort of keep the car on the track at times. But it's a great game. I mean, I was so surprised by it. It's great when you get surprised by games such as this, which usually, if you saw it, say, in a shop, you sort of look at the front cover and think, God, that looks terrible. That looks like one of these really sort of like cheap, massively produced PlayStation titles that came out and still, you know, came out the PlayStation 2, and it's not really worth it. Are we going to get there? Oh, you see how close that was, literally up to the line. And I think it was there. I thought, you know what, I'm going to have another go. I also love the little touch on the number plate there. You can just see Rachel spelt completely wrongly, but yeah, that's good. Go on, let's have another go. Go on, push the button. There we go. Now, you know, if I hadn't enjoyed the game that much, I wouldn't have probably gone for a second lap round. But no, why not? I think did Gurn do 2 laps? I think he did. I know some people just done the 1, but I was having too much fun at this point. It was like Ridge Racer. I really enjoy playing Ridge Racer, and I said at the time I'm going to go back and play this a bit more, and I haven't done so. So I think, you know, with Ridge Racer and this game, I'm going to sort of put them on a pile probably when I get to Christmas, because I'll have a bit more time then. Or, you know, whenever, you know, 2024 or something like that, whichever comes up first, I'll have a go at it there. But I think by this point here, apart from that corner, I've got the grips for this, apart from that corner there. Boy, get off! But the other fun thing about it was there's a horn on it as well, which was, I like that. If you ever played GTI Club in the arcade, one of the great things about that, when Little Racer, I remember there, which there is a version on the Wii, and there was an updated version on PlayStation 3 as well. Must try and get hold of a copy of that. But yeah, you sort of drove your little Fiats round, and there's a little horn on there which made all the difference. It just sort of added something to it. It's a very average racer, but you know, the little horn on the car just made the game really. I'm going quite well on this one. This was a good run. Again, it's just a matter, you know, one of the great strengths of a game is the ability to pick it up and be able to play it straight away, and to keep and hook your attention and keep going. And again, I probably could have played this for a bit much longer than I actually did. I mean, you can see here I'm sort of anything between sort of 8 and 10 seconds onto the checkpoint. I'm 4 seconds. I just got the lap time there. There's 1:46.8 my first time round, and that was a 1:42.2. So I've done what, 2 or 3 laps around this track, and already I've taken nearly 5 seconds off me lap times just by getting used to it. And that's a great strength of the game. You can pick something up and play it really, really well. It just sort of keeps you there, and you can keep going. It's a good trait to have, because unless a game hooks you sort of straight away, you're not going to go back to it, or it gives you a bad experience, you're not going to go back to it. This is good fun. I mean, it's a tremendous game, and I think if anybody watching these videos, if you haven't got this video, you haven't got this game, it's certainly going to be worth your while picking it up. Price will probably go through the roof now because we've all been playing it. So there you go, 4th position, finished the race. So that's it, Porsche Challenge on the PlayStation 1. Thank you very much to Gurnaldinho for picking this game. If you have enjoyed this video, I do hope you like the video, subscribe to the channel, put a comment on there, and don't forget to tick that notification bell for more video notifications. But that's it. It's time for Retro Bear to check out and go on another lap. Thanks very much indeed for watching. As always, do take care, and bye for now.